Whew, okay, what time is it? It is almost 6 o'clock, Saturday the 16th. All right, y'all. I just gotta take me a little mental pause real quick. So I'm going live on this page. I almost never do that, but I'm doing it now. So hey, I'm going live because life just never seems to cease from giving you just really good material. Like one of my favorite YouTubers, like she is killing the game right now, literally just telling real life stories. And so it inspired me to do the same. I put so much positive, inspirational stuff out there, and I'm going to keep doing that because that's number one. But I notice whenever you say something that's a little juicy, a little spicy, a little drama-y, that just seems to be what people like to gravitate to. So I'm going to give you what you want in my own way. So I'm going to tell you guys about something like really, really funny that has happened. I would say fairly recently, in a recent training that I was doing. So here we go, some story times for you. So first, I'm gonna start with the lives that I did on my fan page the other day because this was just a really funny situation. Uh, so I was in a hotel. Not gonna say which hotel or where or why, but I was in a hotel recently again, and I'm taking a shower and I'm hearing this noise. I'm like, is that a man's voice in my room? Like, what am I hearing? So you know how like black folks we like to do. We like to turn the music down. Why do we do that? We turn the music down for whatever. Like, hold on, I gotta think. I'm thinking. And no, there's no music happening. So I'm like, I literally turn the shower down. Like we turn the shower down a little bit. I'm trying to concentrate. What is this sound I'm hearing? So apparently there are speakers like somewhere in your hotel rooms for emergency announcements. Now, I am used to, because of having to travel and stay in hotels a lot, I'm used to hearing the occasional fire alarm that everybody ignores because we know it was somebody's baby's kids or something like that. So I'm used to hearing the occasional, that situation happening. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe, but this time it wasn't like a fire alarm, it was like a sound. So I stepped out the shower and I heard evacuate. I was like, no, this can't be right. Like maybe, I don't know, somebody's TV's loud or something. And then I heard it again, like, this is an emergency, evacuate. Then I heard take the stairs, do not take the elevator. And I'm like, oh, shoot, this is for real. This is different. And it said evacuate. And that's the key word. So I am soaking wet from the shower, guys. I'm like, I'm gonna try to spend just 2 or 3 seconds throwing on whatever I can, throw my wet feet in these slippers and get out. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dang it, all of my stuff. Well, I got insurance, so it is what it is. I had a robe and some slippers on, and my phone was like right there in the bathroom. When it's time to get out, leave everything, you get the hell up out and leave everything. I'm like, okay, do I want to be up in here and potentially burn alive or get caught up in whatever's happening that's causing this evacuation? Or do I want to be outside, slightly embarrassed, half naked, but safe, hopefully? So I'm going down the stairs and people are like just bewildered, they're like, moving like ants because that's the natural reaction whenever something happens. People's initial reaction is just to kind of be some people they're fight, flight, and then some people are just frozen. And a lot of people were just kind of frozen, just like not knowing what to do, not doing anything. So then as I'm going down the stairs, I hear some people on the floor below me as they're coming from the hallway saying, yeah, there's smoke on our floor. So at that point, I'm like, okay, this is something real. Y'all need to move. Move, move, move. This is not a drill. Move. Like, at least get up out my way because I'm getting up out of here. But move. This is serious. So it wound up being that I found out um, people always want to text me right when I'm not textable. Like, and if you see I'm going live, why are you texting me? Ends up being, long story short, that somebody was cooking. Somebody always want to do some extra stuff you ain't got no business. So somebody was cooking and they burnt the food. I don't know if it actually caused a fire or not. I didn't hear all that, but someone was cooking. Some stuff got burnt up, and then everybody had to be basically displaced because of that. So very grateful that it was not anything like worse than that, and that's that. Uh, so the fire truck came, and I was live on my other page, so that was real fun. They saw me and a couple other people going live, and I was one out of a few that were out there straight from the shower, like holding our robe like this and stuff. And that was funny. Like one or two of them jumped in my live as they were leaving. I was like, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Fireman." So that's that. So another thing. What's the other thing that I want to talk about with peopling? Oh, so I was recently with a bunch of cohorts, just kind of cohorts or cohorts, I think you say, celebrating a pretty significant milestone and success. And everybody can't hold they liquor, and some people just don't need to drink at all because they become a whole nother person. It's like that beast or that monster that's inside of them just comes right on out when they do that. So apparently, there is a person that's a part of my group recently. We can say a part of my crew that for weeks has been harboring like some deep seated like issues with me that I didn't even know about. So apparently I've had some real estate that I didn't buy and I didn't ask for in this person's mind for weeks. So I'm, chilling, getting ready to have some dinner, talking to some people, and he comes up to me out the blue. And he was like, I just want to ask you something. As a professional flight attendant, and I've been one for 20 something years, and I've flown for this and flown for that. And I'm like, okay, get to the point. What are you trying to ask me? And he calls me out, y'all. He said all this, like, mind you, I had no idea. So something that he saw me do weeks ago really bothered him. He was like, "Why did you put your feet up on furniture?" Mind you, this is like being on like a travel bus or like a tour bus type situation. And I'm sitting, I always like my own space. Some people like to sit next to each other. I don't really let anybody sit next to me most of the time. I'll just put my feet up, and just kind of be like crisscross applesauce, whatever. This is on a bus, y'all. Or like during times of like maybe breaks and things like that, I may put my feet up like if we're like outside to eat. This is not like living room furniture. However, I don't have to, but he started talking about, you know, he was like, "Why do you put your feet up on furniture? You haven't been trained better than that. That's an FAA regulation." He was dead serious, y'all. And the only reason why I uh entertained it for a little while is because he was so drunk and he was so upset about this. It was very, very funny. It was hilarious. So I just let him go off, sis. Go off, sis. And he was just like, "I have been, you and you should know better and this and that." And, but then he went on to say something else that I thought was truly fascinating. "I don't believe you that you've ever flown for for this airline or for that airline. And there's no proof and blah, blah, blah. And I want to see some receipts." And to me, I was like, "Oh, this is another moment of peopling." This could be a pretty decent story time and conversation. So apparently that was the root of his real issue with me. And he'd been holding on to that for a while. He had been holding on to that for a little while and really, really has been wanting to probably say something about this. And now he had the liquid courage because his eyes were bloodshot red and he was drunk off his behind, like not even walking straight. And it's like, "Ooh, there she is. Target, red alert, red alert." So when it got down to that, that's when I shut it down and was like, "You know what? Like, bye, y'all. Like, this scene is not worthy. It cannot afford my presence. I'm out. I'm out. Bye."
Y'all, I'm officially a YouTube partner and I just launched memberships. Join my community for exclusive perks like behind the scenes content, custom badges, and shoutouts. Hit that join button and let's level up together because we're just getting started, baby.
But it's interesting how people can hold these things against you that you don't even know about. Like he really, like for some reason, has it in his mind that I'm a fraud and that I've never flown for anyone before, and he can't find the facts, and I need to bring some receipts. What is it about me that made you feel so threatened and so invalidated that you actually took the time? Like, you actually took the time to say this to me, trying to, that, like, you actually went and, like, Googled me, baby. Like, you did some research trying to find my personal business. When people say things under the influence, a drunk, what is it? A drunk mind speaks a sober heart. That liquid courage to tell the truth. How many times have you been approached by or confronted by people who want to challenge you and challenge your validity, challenge your power, or challenge your prowess, or just challenge your gangster, just because the mere presence of you threatens them and bothers them. Just you, just being you and who you are bothers them. And how many times have you had to deal with people that they need to bring you down some kind of way in order to make themselves feel better? If you've experienced that, then please pat yourself on the back, toot your own horn, toot toot beep beep, for being literally in front of someone. Because if they're talking behind your back, then just by virtue of them doing that, that means they're behind you. Behind you. So apparently there's been conversations and whole boardroom conversations and committees about me that I had no idea. Like, dang, I'm all on their mouth like liquor. And literally all I'm doing is being focused on me, myself, and I, and those that are my business, my faux seeds. Okay? My four fruits. That's it. Like, everything I do is for me and my four fruits, first, foremost, and forevermore. Like, I stay focused, I study, I stay focused on my business, my grind, and all I care about is winning for me and my four fruits. And I keep my interactions mostly to a minimum. If you are not connected to my destiny, to my dreams, to my purpose, to my funds, like, I'm really not bothered. And that in itself is an issue. When you're like that, when you focus and you don't fit in with the general crowd or population and you're not even trying to and you're just doing your own thing, it's like it's going to inspire some people, but it's really, really, really going to anger others. And this is like really something that it's been all this time, and he felt it. He really felt the need to come and confront me out the blue. He felt the need, and people like that will feel the need to try to interrupt your flow and to try to bring you down or break you down some kind of way because they need to somehow feel like you're on their level. So the only way that they can do that is to try some kind of way to bring you down or knock you down to theirs, even if it's in their own mind. I remember one time a lady was coming to provide a service to my home recently. And when she got there, she was just like, wow. And it wasn't like a wow of admiration. There was like some tension there, which I don't care. Do what you got to do and leave. Matter of fact, the stuff you're bringing, leave it at the gate as far as I'm concerned. Like, she don't ever need to come back. And I did complain and report her because she says to me, instead of just saying, wow, this is a beautiful home, it's so beautiful out here, she says to me, is this yours? Do you own this? And y'all, me. You know me. I'm not going to bite my tongue. So I said to her, why? What, like, why would you ask me that question? First of all, like, how does that affect you if I do own it or if I don't? How is that your business? And why do you need me to tell you that I don't own this so that you can feel comfortable? When I tell you that chick's face got purple as she exited the building, Why did you or that's just like someone who says, "Man, your hair is amazing. Can I touch it? Is it yours?" Why? Why are you asking me if it's my hair? Why? Why? Again, you just being you, being in your space, being in your flow, doing what you do can really irritate the hell, like literally irritate the hell out of people. It can bother their demons, like literally bother their demons and make them want to come for you out the blue. Ooh, bars out the blue. And so when these things happen and these people come for you, I think it would serve you and them well to, if you come for me and I didn't send for you, let me usher you back across that line you just walked across, okay, boo? And you don't have to do it all crazy and everything else and neck rolling and cussing them out or beating them up. You don't have to do all of that. But don't try to come knock off my crown, honey. Don't do it. Don't mess with the crown, because if so, I'm gonna show you why I'm here and you here. And you don't get to come up here and mess with me, and you don't get to knock me off of what I am either. So ask the question. Well, I'm really curious. What made you like get them to say it again so they can see how stupid they sound? I'm curious. What made you do that? What's really what went through your mind when you decided to ask me that if I own this property? I'm just wondering. All right. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments later on. I got some work